Fitzy and Wippa.
Dad's recipe for his famous tomato spaghetti.
I'm a fan.
9 out of 10 for me.
That's some good results.
You gotta take us into space.
3, 2, 1.
Ground control to Major John.
You've got to launch it up to the edge of space.
I'm a rocket man.
I don't think anybody's launched a bowl of spaghetti into space. This is great.
Just a matter of getting that spaghetti on that launch pad. Next Thursday, we're launching in Musselbrook.
Fitz and Wippa are going to join the space race. Couldn't believe it. I mean, how do you launch a spaghetti brand? You literally launch it. You send it off. I mean, Matt Preston said the spaghetti on Tasting It was out of this world. Let's make it out of this world and send the spaghetti into space.
Look,
What's wrong?
The minuscule chance of life outside of Earth, I don't know. If it gets up there, and I don't know, an alien might get a hold of it.
It's a good test.
I don't know if that's the first impression we want to give to
To the
aliens.
alien life form.
No.
I mean, could you imagine if it's... I mean, how it's going to work, and we're just piecing this together after taking a phone call from Georgia suggesting this yesterday, but the spaghetti will be lifted up off the bottom, on the bottom of a weather balloon, which will go up, how's this, 25 kilometres above sea level. So that's 15 k's higher than an aeroplane flies.
That's amazing, isn't it?
You will see the full curvature of the Earth, and there'll be a GoPro attached. It's minus 57, 25 k's above sea level.
How do they stop the GoPro from frosting? You may not know the
Great
answer to
question.
that.
I mean, they're a specific outdoor camera, so maybe they can take temperatures of that, degree.
how
But
does it freeze
What's that?
on spaghetti?
How does it freeze? It should be beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm thinking if alien life form turn up, you don't want it to be, like, it's best heated. So we might need to just, if we
Put a
can
note
attach
on it.
a microwave, just in case the aliens do arrive for Big John's tomato spaghetti, that would be great. So this was the call we got yesterday from Georgia. She is part of the Professional Aeronautics and Astronautics Society. My God. So she's able to do this. So once the balloon reaches around 25 kilometres, it's going to pop. So the spaghetti will drop back to Earth with the GoPro and anything else attached to it.
Does it burn up?
No, I don't know. It's not. There's not a re-entry at that level.
All right.
I wouldn't have thought. We're not out of the atmosphere, are we, Tom? I mean,
No,
don't get me
no.
wrong. I know everything, but I don't.
I believe that the balloon will pop and a small parachute.
Right.
I was going to say,
Okay.
because
Okay.
that pummeling down
Yeah.
to Earth, getting smacked with
Terminal
spaghetti.
velocity, yeah.
Because it's so high up, is it like Matthew McConaughey out of Interstellar that, if it's up there for an hour, that's 3 years of Earth life back here?
Imagine that.
Yeah. So, will the
it's-
spaghetti age, or will we have aged by the time it gets back
There's
down?
mould on the spaghetti as it lands.
The spaghetti's only an hour old, but when it gets back, we'll be in our 70s.
That's if we find it, because the job then, because the GPS on the GoPro, and there's also a second tracker as well, that'll land, and we then have to find it. But you're right, Fitz. If it freezes at minus 57 degrees, well, what if it lands over a town and comes crashing back to Earth?
Yeah.
Some bloke who's just going to pick up his paper in the morning
Straight
ends up
through
with a
his
bowl on the
windscreen.
head.
Covered in spaghetti. What if it landed like at the Crown Hotel and Warnie's just about to have his... Because he still
His
brings
baked
his own...
beans.
He
No,
brings
spaghetti.
canned
Oh, it's
spaghetti.
spaghetti, there you go. He'd have been a good ambassador.
He would have been a great ambassador,
Yeah, put
Tom.
him on the can.
It's not too
Never
late.
too late.
Yeah, what, next Thursday?
Maybe we
Oh,
need
1 week away.
Maybe we need a series of quotes. Matt Preston, Out of This World. Shane Warne, good areas.
Shane Warne.
Got him.
What's Kate Beckinsale's number? No, we just
No,
need
about
a
the
spaghetti
spaghetti
quote,
reference.
Shane. No, have you got Kate Beckinsale's number?
No number, no quote. Okay.
Very simple. We're going to talk about this a little bit later on because we're finding out more as we go on. This is so exciting. Guys, Fitzy and Wippa, the space race, we're in.
Ready to hit the road this summer? It's time to What If It.
Visit whatif.com to plan and book your accommodation, flights, activities, even car hire.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if? It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Another cryptocurrency hacking session going on here, mate. You better be careful. A married couple was busted in New York. This is massive. On Tuesday for allegedly trying to launder roughly $4.5 billion US dollars in cryptocurrency.
Jeez.
That is ridiculous.
How do you do that? Because I'm in.
Ilya is it Liechtenstein or Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein.
Stein.
Yeah, Steiner.
Stein.
You got some Steins in the family,
Yeah, I
Tom?
do, yeah.
You would, Tom.
And his rapper wife, Heather Morgan. Rapper wife?
What?
How's a rapper wife? Have we got any of her gear in the system?
So much bankruptcy from this healthcare cost.
Oh, no.
American dreams totally lost. Paying for healthcare bills with
It's like wrap up of the week.
GoFundMes. Either that or you got a cam in your undies.
You've got a cam in your undies.
You've got a cam in
like
your
a
undies.
camera
Yes.
in your undies.
This
Now,
is
that'd be good viewing.
I mean, this is her other hit, Social Distancing.
Do your part, social distance, do your part, social distance, do your part, social distance, stay 6 feet apart, social distance.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be stuck in my head all day.
Stick to hacking cryptos. What's
we,
the name?
We could do a remix of that and get it onto Nova without a doubt.
I mean, if Dua Lipa jumped in at any stage, you're home.
So, yeah, Ilya Liechtenstein and Heather Morgan
Lil Hev.
accused of conspiring to wash the proceeds of 119,000 Bitcoin, mate.
What do you get out? When was this?
How much is one Bitcoin at the moment?
Oh, I'd have to look.
Ballpark though, like a couple of dollars.
662,000 or something.
Dollars.
I thought
Yeah.
it was foolproof. You couldn't get... I mean, you can't get into
How
any
long
of it.
ago was this, though, mate?
I mean, this has been over the last 5 years. Since 2016, they've been hacking,
Yeah, 62 says.
but they've been busted. It's massive.
Well, I mean, I want to know if her rapping career started before her hacking career, because many refer to her as a hack, and they never know.
Oh no,
She never knows whether they're talking about her rapping or her ability to hack crypto.
No, can we go? Because the first one was called "Please Go Fund Yourself."
Okay.
So much bankruptcy from this healthcare cost.
Yeah, I get it.
American
She's got a little.
And a bit of it, yeah, it needs to wipe her mouth.
Paying for healthcare bills with Go.
Liz smiling.
Either that or you got a cam in your undies.
You've got a cam in your,
Your
I
undies.
think I like the other one. Be yourself, social distance.
How do you? Okay, so this is what I'm trying to work out with
yeah.
crypto. That they got 119,000 Bitcoin, right, which is worth
Yeah.
over for $4 or $5 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then how do you get that money out? so they've got so they're at home. Hey, honey, we got it. It's on the computer. We got the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Let's go to the ATM and go out for a nice dinner.
No, you
Yeah. Where do
no
I
one-
get the money from?
from your bank account, Ryan, like any other money.
What? No, it's not in your bank account.
You transfer it to your bank account.
Nah. Well,
It's. I don't know how for how long now. 6 years. I've been telling you, treat it like a stock. Treat it like a stock on the stock exchange, on the ASX. You want to sell your BHP shares? Then that money that you get from selling those BHP shares, where does that go?
so why do they have
Into
to
your account.
Why do they have to launder it?
Because they can't buy it. So they've obviously, it's going to look too big somewhere, so a flag's going to pop up, so they have to try and clean the money. You're watching Ozark, mate. You get this. You know that money has to be cleaned. We can set up an illegal casino boat on the river if you want, but you've got to clean the money somehow. I don't know how to do that. That's not my game. And I don't think anybody else that buys crypto in Sydney is laundering $4 billion worth of crypto.
It's a lot of money. I just still don't know how you get it out. How the
You
hell
should
do
do
you
a
go?
rap song like Lil Hev.
Yeah.
And do How'd you get it out? How'd you get it out? I've got the crypto in somewhere. How'd I get it out? I mean, would Robert Irwin, who's coming in for wrap up of the week tomorrow, would he be keen to do a crypto rap?
Would you reckon they'd be in crypto?
Crocodiles and cryptos. How do I get them out? Oh, it's a stretch.
Test. And now it's time for Tom.
The overweight looking Russell Brand producer.
Time. Tom time. Oh, you like that?
When I left the house this morning, hi, it's Tom here.
Hey, Tom.
When I left the house this morning, the lions were hammer
Had it again.
and tong.
Wow.
Yeah, for regular listeners,
Could you
Taronga Zoo.
record the
I tried.
sound?
I tried.
Oh, did you?
Yes, but my child was screaming at the same time, so I
Hopefully
was
hear it.
drowning them out.
We might have a few cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not
sure.
long.
Yeah.
It wasn't Louis, your son, was it?
No, it wasn't Louis.
He's an absolute animal.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He is 6. Good
He's 6.
morning.
He certainly is 6. What did he do the other day, though, Tom?
He's just
Quick
got an
story,
obsession with Hermione
Yeah.
from Harry Potter. He was on the toilet and said, he was in there for like half an hour. I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm just thinking about Hermione heaps.
Okay.
He's so cute.
Tom, is it true that he then said, also, I think I'm going to go to bed early? Why? Because I just want to think about Hermione.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bit. Was he dropping Voldemort off of the pool, was he?
The Death Eaters.
Oh, the Dumbledores have been opened.
Oh, that's the only one you know.
I don't know anything else. I've never seen the movie.
It started well.
I'm not into it.
Right back.
He's got a couple of bad Hagrids, I guess you could
Oh,
say.
my God.
Bad, probably could have moved on.
With his wand.
Let's say, again, he's 6. Let's say hey to Nathan in Springfield. Hi, Nathan.
Hey, Nathan.
Oh, good
Oh,
start,
strong,
Nate.
Nath.
Sound like one of those lines there, Nath. Good on you, mate. Question number 1. Who has developed a terrible habit of interrupting important meetings to do push-ups? In the middle of a meeting, he will suddenly say, stop everything, I've got to do a quick 20 push-ups. Who would that be, Fitzy or Wippa?
Sounds like a Wippa thing.
Nath, you're spot on.
You are spot on.
You know what?
Let's have a listen to the audio of Whip mid-meeting doing some pushies.
What are you doing?
Just some push-ups.
Why?
Just blood flow to the brain, to the heart, helps ideas generate, good for business.
Blood flow to the brain,
To the
good
heart.
for
How
business.
do you do push-ups with your brain?
Oh, no. What I'm saying is you do the push-ups, it keeps the blood flowing through the body. It's a really good way to wake you up if you find yourself falling asleep. Just drop to the floor, 10 strong, and you're back into
I
it.
might have to do something now.
Really good gear.
How
Should have got
dare
out on the
you.
Harry Potter stuff.
That's so true. Nathan, let's go with question number 2. The answer is either Fitz or Wippa. There are about 8 of us in the office having an important meeting the other day. But who was furious after we asked him to leave the breakfast office so we could discuss some top secret plans for the show? And it meant that he had to eat his lunch out in the common area with all the other staff. Who would be furious? Booted out of his own office, Fitzy or Wippa?
Big Fitzy had whinge about
Well
that.
done,
Yeah,
mate.
he wasn't happy.
You know what? I go and prepare my lunch. I come in, I sit down, and it's like, hey, mate, can you leave? We need to talk about...
He thought
we
8
need to
other
talk
people
about
should have left.
spaghetti sauce.
We certainly didn't do it like that. I can if you want.
I was like, yeah, no worries, guys. Yeah.
I'm really happy about it. Really happy.
Surprise me on the show.
Smoke and mirrors.
Laughter.
Now, if you get this correct, Nathan, you'll win the $250 cash to spend at whatif.com. There's a there's a great musician, city musician, called Tom Cardy. All right, now, but who's furious after Tom? And he also had success in the Hottest 100.
Yeah, he had 2 in the Hottest 100.
Tom Cardy has written a song about one of the boys and about how socially awkward they are. Who would have the song written about them and is now furious about it? The song has been sent to him. The song has been sent to him hundreds of times,
Yes.
tagged by all his mates.
Man.
It is Wippa. You are correct. Would you like to hear a bit of the song?
Yes.
Let's have a listen.
Pretty sure that Mike has not ever had sex before. One time he touched a boob and passed out. Whenever I set Mike up with a nice guy or girl, he says, hi, I'm Mike. Then he pretends to pass out.
Yes, the song about Mike. It got said to me so many times. Tom Cardy is a genius.
Yeah, he's
Like,
very
bloody funny and clever. The music's good, but I didn't like the song about a hopeless social guy called Mike who would pass out a lot of the time. All right, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, do you want to hear it? You can hear a little bit more
Oh,
of it
okay,
now.
yeah,
if you
what
like,
have we
just
got
a little bit more.
We're no strangers to love. Well, most of us, except for Mike. He's fairly ripped and he's super smart, but for some reason very socially awkward. I see Michael crying while he's eating. When I try to talk to him, he pretends that he is dead. I'm pretty sure that Mike has not ever had sex before.
Yeah, well, that's
Time he touched a
Well done.
That's
well
not,
done.
That's not who he's singing about.
Tom, we
Thanks,
would
Tom.
love a live version. Yes, with his face if you're prepared to come in and do it.
That'd be great, mate. That'd
Well
be
done,
great.
Tom Carney. And well done, Nathan, who's got that prize. Good on you, mate. Great job. Here we
Congratulations,
go.
Nathan.
Let's talk about university students, right? This is a big ask. Big ask, because you know when you have a relieving teacher at school, and the relief teacher, it's like nobody takes the classroom seriously.
the worst.
It's your time to play. You know, you try and mislead them constantly. Oh, no, we watch a show on Thursdays. Oh, do you? Yeah, we do. Roll the TV in, get the fat back in here, put Beyond 2000 on. That's what used to happen in my time. But the relieving teachers are now going to come from universities. So schools are so short on teachers because of COVID. The teachers that are coming in as relieving teachers are university students.
The kids are going to rip them
They're
apart.
absolutely going to rip them apart. I told you about Miss Calvert, the relieving teacher we had, and one of the guys, this was in art class, and they sprayed an adhesive on her chair while she was out of the room, then walked back in to sit down. And it was just glue on her chair.
Oh, no.
And she stood up and screamed when she realised her pants were wet with glue. And she said, "These are brand new from Country Road." She was devastated. Absolutely devastated.
Your mum and your sister are teachers. I
Yep,
can't
and my
understand
auntie.
when you tell stories about picking
Yeah.
on them. It blows my
says
mind.
I'm not supporting
Imagine if
it.
someone did that to your mum. I'd be so
Yeah,
upset
if
for
she
her.
had been to Country Road and had fresh, like a nice fresh sort of bone-coloured chino,
It's not
it would be
cheap.
devastating.
We had a guy with a cardigan and a flat top come in.
Oh,
And
yeah?
I just
Go on,
I
how
can
did he go?
remember straight away, just instantly as he walked in, everyone was like, ooh. And he knew, I could tell. His head just dropped and he knew. Anyway, relief teachers, they don't know what's going on
No.
with the course at the time. So a majority of the time they'll chuck on a video for you to watch.
Yep.
Something easy. And we had the remote control watches you could
yes.
buy off eBay or you could buy at the time, and they would control every VHS. And
Awesome.
we used to go into the TAB and do it. And the last 100 metres of a race, you'd have all these old blokes watching, and we would turn off the television with our remote control sound.
Oh, what a pest.
It's the best. Anyway, so this guy was trying to get this video up and going, and we were rewinding it, fast forwarding it. He didn't know what was going on. He was smashing it on the side. I mean, very funny.
Lenny's in Wollongong. What happened to the relief teacher, Lenny?
We used to have this regular one that would come back, like when other teachers were on leave, and she was a very slight woman. She was tiny, very, very thin. And on winter days, this would never fly now, would never be allowed. The boys used to run over and all dive on her, grab her arms, get on her legs, like on the ground, and hold her down. She goes, "We've got you, miss, we've got you, miss. You're not going to blow away." Cracking up every time.
I mean, it would have been funny at the time, but it's
I
certainly
know,
not,
never do it now. You couldn't do it now.
certainly not the right thing to do. Here comes the wind. Quick, pin her down.
I was only talking
Oh
to
my
my
God.
Year 7 teacher the other day.
Mr. Joy.
Mr. Joy. And he was like, I said, well, over your, because he teached for about 40 years, Sarah. He's retired now. I said, over your years, like, I mean, what was it like with the students towards the later part of your career? And he said, well, Ryan, here's an example for you. When I taught you, you and your mates used to come over my house after school and have a swim in my pool.
Yeah.
Imagine doing that now.
Can't do that now.
Imagine a kid going over to a teacher's house and having a swim in the pool.
Does not work, does it?
We used to
bad,
we
isn't
used
it?
to have about 10 of us go around to the teacher's house and have a swim and do laybacks
Not
into
in
his
2022. Rosie in Plumpton, hello.
Hi, how you going?
What happened to the relief teacher, Rosie?
So I was in high school and he's going through the roll, and when he called my name, I stood up and I said, "No, sir, my name's Brittany. I'm an exchange student from England."
Fun.
And convinced him that Rosie was actually overseas in England and we replaced each other,
Oh,
and
great.
spent the entire class as this English exchange student.
Awesome.
And then
Yeah.
it gets a bit better. I was working at McDonald's at the time, and I was in drive-through one night, and this teacher came through, so I had to put on the accent again.
Oh,
he was
wow.
ordering his meal.
Wow. I mean, it's a real commitment, isn't it, when you
Isn't
play a different
it?
role?
A lot of commitment, Rosie. Well done. Katie in Greenacre, what happened with your relief teacher?
Oh, she was very, very trying to be strict with us. You know, a whole bunch of public school kids. She'd never taught in a public school before. And everyone was really rowdy, so she taken off to get the deputy principal. We had a guy in the class that was nearly 7 foot tall. So he'd opened up the window, the second story there. All the desks went out. He's gone down, stacked them all up. We've all run out the window. And just as the door opens, as the principal or the deputy principal walks in, I was the last person out. As my head starts to go down, he's realised who I was. I was the only one who got in trouble for it.
Oh, no. So are you telling me, Katie, you threw the tables out the window?
Every table.
Oh.
And they were just stacked up, and one of the guys that was really tall was down there catching everyone that was too scared to go down any more of the tables.
Awesome. Hey, thank God for the tour guy, eh? Hey, Lanky, come over here. We need your help. Chuck him out the table. Chuck him out the window.
It's such
that would have been fun. That would have been so much fun. Like you said, Fitz, occasionally at school, a dog would sneak into the classroom.
Oh, it's the
How
best.
much fun was hiding a dog in the classroom?
Or a
A bird in the window, yeah.
Or a spitball in the back of the neck.
Yes.
You know, because I was the hairy one. Kids, when I had the school shirt on, kids from behind, like sitting behind me, would pull my hair through my shirt. That was... You know, the other one was... You know where you put your thumb and your forefinger over someone's ear and you'd go like this on someone's ear, right?
This was an old boys' school.
Someone did that to me once with a stapler and I thought it was their hand. So I swung my fist around to punch their hand and it slammed the stapler shut on my ear.
Serves you right, doesn't it? You shouldn't have been mucking around.
Great story.
Yesterday we spoke about poor half-dead Dave. He's a 69-year-old plumber who sued the company that he worked for because everyone called him half-dead Dave.
He didn't like it.
He was too old. Also had the nickname Disco Dave, but everyone stopped calling him Disco because he couldn't get on the dance floor anymore.
Half-dead.
Sued them, got $40,000. We opened it up and asked for worksite nicknames and it went crazy. This is what happened.
We worked with someone who had one hand bigger than the other, so we called him the clock.
Awesome.
One of the guys we work with, we call him Opium because he's a slow-working dope.
Blister, because he always shows up when the work's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call him Lightning.
Why is that?
Never strikes the same place twice with his hammer.
We've got one bloke in the workshop, his nickname's Foreskin because he disappears when it gets hard.
Mate that I used to work with on a work site, Dave, that had a tick and his arms would go above his head.
Okay. Yep.
So they used to call him Mexican Dave.
Oh, dear.
I reckon that's my favourite. Another one I saw last night, they called him 007, this bloke. 0 work ethic, 0 ambition, 7 poos a day. 007, here he comes.
Do you know what? This is great because we've got a Craft-Right 66-piece toolkit to give away to the best caller.
Do we?
Do you know what? Someone jumped on board and said, I want to get involved with your nickname. So we do have that 66-piece toolkit to give away. Tracy in Camden, what was your colleague's nickname?
Hey, guys, it was guys on a work site. His name was Showbag.
Yep.
Because he was full of crap.
Oh,
Yeah.
Showbag.
Here he is, the
we
showbag.
We had backpack yesterday, didn't we?
Someone called me backpack, has been carried and is full of crap.
Tyson in Kellyville, what was your workplace nickname?
Sensor light.
Why Sensor Light?
He had only work when someone walked past.
Very good. Tyson, you're winning.
John in Copacabana, what's the workplace nickname?
Yeah, hey boys, we had this guy on the work site. We used to always call him Glacier. The
Glacier.
reason being is because we think he walked as fast or he worked as fast as a glacier moved.
Awesome. Awesome. 1 centimetre a day.
Kate in Penrith, workplace nickname?
We used to call him the Dan because he was the Daniel with the stutter.
To Dan.
To dance.
Oh, how did that go? How did that go for him? Kate, was that all friendly or?
Yeah, he loved it.
Oh, you loved it?
Oh, did he?
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I
You've
bet
got to
he
get
did.
his permission first.
Awesome.
Natalie in Camden, workplace nicknames?
Oh, it was actually a guy that my dad worked with, and he used to always say, "Oh, I'll look into it." So Dad called him Mirrors.
There it is.
Always.
Love the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nat.
Michael in Mossman, got a nickname for us?
Yeah, I've got two guys. I went to uni with these fellas that we had to help through. So the first one was Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
He used to copy all our stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one was Esky because we carried him through uni.
Awesome. There it is. Nicknames can stick. Like, I know blokes from school we left over 20 years ago. I still know them by their nickname, which was like an offensive thing that happened when they first met a girl when they were 16. But still, that's their nickname.
Getting some great texts as well. bloke on a work site called Bush Ranger because he just holds everyone up.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, they had to get rid of poor Penguin.
What happened there?
'Cause he was always on the ice, poor Penguin.
Tommy,
Yeah.
we need to put these into a book.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Australia's ultimate
The
nicknames.
workplace nickname. Corey in Mount Druitt, get involved. What have you got, Corey?
Hey, mate, we had a guy called Two Stroke because he was hard to get started of a morning and he was always smoking.
Awesome. There he is, Two Stroke.
Two Stroke.
Thanks, Corey.
Craig and Guy Mia, what's the nickname, Craig?
Yeah, morning, boys. It was Hubcap.
Why Hubcap?
He thought he was a big wheel, but it was just a shiny cover-up.
Brilliant, Craig. Thank you,
These
buddy.
are very creative. Stephen Foster, what was the workplace nickname?
Yeah, good morning. It was Gastric.
Gastric?
He was always talking crap.
Awesome. Awesome. Good on you, Steve. Did he like the nickname, Steve? He's pretty happy with it?
Yeah, sometimes.
There's
Good on you, Steve.
Okay, a couple more have come in here. Because we got one young fella was called wicketkeeper because he puts his gloves on in the morning and stands back.
Yep.
Harvey Norman's a good one. Mm-hmm. For 3 years, he's had no interest.
Dad's recipe for his famous tomato spaghetti.
I'm a fan.
9 out of 10 for me.
That's some good results.
You gotta take us into space.
3, 2, 1. You've got to launch it up to the edge of space.
I don't think anybody's launched a bowl of spaghetti into space. This is great.
It's just a matter of getting that spaghetti on that launch pad. Next Thursday, we're launching in Muswellbrook.
Fitz and Wippa are going to join the space race. This is huge. Never in my wildest dreams did I think, and when they said to us at the start of the year, got any ideas, I didn't think we'd be sending spaghetti into space, mate.
No way.
Because we've done some crazy things on this show, but spaghetti into space, a bowl of spaghetti, first time ever. As Fitzy and Wippa join the space race.
You know what?
You don't need to be a billionaire, mate.
I'm excited about this. The only thing is, and Sarah and I were talking about this not long ago, it just doesn't seem right that John's not a part of this.
Yeah, come on, John.
I can try Major John. I can try and get him on the show again.
Can we get ground control to communicate with him again?
Yep.
What if we called him from your mobile and it was just connected to the desk and he had no idea?
Hey,
And he would never know. He would never know.
He'd disown me.
Can we do this?
Yeah.
Can John give us the countdown?
10, 9.
He should.
So
8,
everyone gets to hear his voice?
7. Countdown, John. I don't know, radio's not his thing. Spaghetti is, which is great news because he does a really mean tomato spaghetti. And I bought it, I made it, I followed the recipe. I released the key ingredient too as a big announcement on the show yesterday, which was bay leaves.
Groundbreaking.
Bombshell.
It was.
Can we just listen once again to the reaction when you tasted the tomato spaghetti, Big John's tomato spaghetti?
It's the perfect spaghetti for kids.
I'm a fan. And not just because I know John had his hands in it. It's yum. I'm on board.
The way the sauce clings onto the spaghetti like a warm hug. I'm going a 9 out of 10.
Oh, my God.
9 out of 10 for me.
You've gone one up from Preston.
I'm going to go an 8 3/4.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I'll go Preston exactly the same.
On an 8.
8 out of 10.
That's some good results.
Phenomenal, convincing win right there. What was amazing was the phone call that then came through from Georgia, who said, hey, we're launching a weather balloon. We could put your tomato spaghetti on the bottom of the weather balloon and send it into space. You want to launch it? And Matt Preston said this spaghetti is out of this world. This works perfectly. Ground control to Major John.
Where are they again?
Muswellbrook.
So,
where's that again, Tommy? About 2.5 hours, is it?
Or the Hunter.
Yeah, past the Hunter,
I mean, because we're going up into and we're sending signals up into space. I mean, there could be a movie in this like The Dish.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Could we get a message out there through the dish at parks just to say that the spaghetti's on the way?
We'll need to warn the dish.
The spaghetti dish, we could call the movie.
Tommy.
What a sequel.
Just riffing.
Yeah, no, go with it, mate.
Actually, just name suggestions. Cam from Reesby's given us a call. Good morning, Cam.
Hey, fellas. Hey, Sarah.
Morning.
You got an idea for us, Cam? What have you got?
Basically, since yesterday, all I've heard about is space. Dreamt it last night, got up this morning and thought, It has to be called Big John Space-ghetti.
Space-ghetti.
That's pretty good.
Basic, yes, thank you.
Was that
Cam.
a rocket explosion?
No, that was one firework. That's all you got, Cam. That is awesome.
Yeah, very good.
I mean, normally we do Pun Day on a Monday.
That is.
I think this is going to be one of those things where you'll remember where you were the day this happened.
Yeah.
Best thing you've said all day,
Yes.
Cam, and I thought Space-ghetti was impressive.
Yeah, and you will. I mean, when it does happen next week, if it does get off the ground, I reckon, without a doubt, you'll remember this for maybe 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 years or decades. Cam, hang up on him before we hear his laugh. It's not funny. So, yesterday when we spoke to Georgia, professional Aeronautics and Astronautics Society, that's where she's from. She said that we can send a bowl of spaghetti 25 kilometres above sea level.
Is it a porcelain bowl that you couldn't though?
No, I think it's going to be like a plasticish bowl.
Yeah, but too heavy.
Weight-wise, do you know how much weight you're allowed to have?
100 grams.
Whoa.
Yeah, we've got to limit it. Big time. Your normal tin of spaghetti is about 300 grams.
Okay.
So we're going to have some spaghetti in there. 25 kilometres above sea level. Just to paint a picture for you. When you get on an aeroplane, if you're doing a long haul, you'll fly at around 8 to 10,000 kilometres.
Yes.
8 to 10 kilometres, should I say, above sea level. So this is 15 kilometres higher than a plane flies.
You're the space guy.
Not really, but I'm learning
It's
about it at
higher
100 miles. Go on.
Higher than Mount Everest.
Of course it is.
Yeah, how good's that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to...
Just riffing.
Mate, it's higher than
And
Kosciuszko.
I'm looking up into space. Right, Mount Everest is there.
Let me say this much.
That's really awesome.
If you shut your eyes for a minute, has anyone eaten spaghetti on top of Mount Everest, Tommy?
Also,
on the summit?
got another phone call just come in. Raquel's given us a call from Picara State. What have you got for us, Raquel?
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Raquel.
Hi, love.
I have a great idea. I'm in Muswellbrook and we have a beautiful olive grove that I think launching the spaghetti would be a great location for you to launch from, seeing it's olives, olive oil, spaghetti, and we're at Muswellbrook.
I see the link.
How many olive trees do you have there at Picara Estate, Raquel?
Approximately 20,000.
Whoa.
How good
Shivers.
is olive oil?
Okay. Have you ever seen one of these weather balloons go up in the area, Raquel?
Not in this area, no.
Do you know
This is
what?
a world first.
I mean, the only... If everything goes wrong, I mean, a big positive is that we walk away with a bottle of extra virgin olive oil from Raquel.
From Raquel, yeah.
Exactly.
That's a win-win.
It's a win-win, definitely.
So, Raquel, what's going to happen? We could launch it from there, I'm thinking, like after we've done an olive oil tasting, and then we'll probably settle in for lunch once it's gone up. Because
Well, I'm thinking we'll put breakfast on for you so you can actually start the show from here.
have my attention.
You've won Wippa over already.
You keep it coming.
Hey, we've
I'll
been
bring the
here
spaghetti.
We've been here for 5 hours. When are we going to launch this?
The show
No,
finished.
Guys, I'm going back for thirds.
Raquel's not doing a buffet, mate. But it'd be great if you could. Not asking too much. So what happens above that 25-kilometre mark when the balloon's up there with the spaghetti, the balloon will pop and the bowl will have a chute attached to it, which will lower it back to Earth. But then, with the GPS tracker, you have to chase the spaghetti. So there'll be a 2 or 3 hour period once we've launched the balloon that will become spaghetti chasers.
How cold is it up there, do you know?
Great question, Ryan.
Well, it's quite mild at the moment. It's warm.
Oh, no, not
I think he means in space,
not
Raquel,
at
but
Picara.
I thought the same
Sorry, I
thing.
thought you meant here.
No.
It's a-
Sorry, Raquel. We do have many questions for you, but that one was for me.
Come back next break and we'll get the weather up there at Picara Estate.
I mean,
now, how is it freezing? Will it freeze the spaghetti?
Minus 57.
Oh, you're frozen, mate.
My God. Frozen spaghetti falling from the sky. What could possibly
Well,
go
you know
wrong?
what? It always tastes better once it is frozen and you
Reheat.
and leftovers.
This is so exciting. I can't believe we've come this far. Tommy, at this stage...
Yeah, Whip. What are you thinking?
What
Just
have you
riffing.
got?
What you
There's
got?
2 parts that I'm playing on my mind. One is we need to get onto someone who makes spaghetti, right?
What?
Okay.
And launch it
Haven't thought about that?
worldwide. Secondly, says we were talking about this before, Eminem has his own spaghetti because
yeah.
of the song.
He's done a pop-up store in LA. He's got a few around the States. They're called Mum's Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
And
This
then
is
there's a
Dad's
pop-up
spaghetti.
in LA for the Super Bowl. I
wanna
think you need to get yours to him.
Vomit. Do you want to vomit on someone's sweater or something? Dad spaghetti.
Palms are
Not
sweaty.
all the lyrics.
Knees weak.
So you want to get some to space and some to LA.
To the Super Bowl.
Okay. It was a busy week for me.
Could the balloon float to the Super Bowl?
As Eminem's performing.
It just lowers down. He gets hit on the head by Big John's tomato spaghetti, frozen from 25 k's high.
Ultimate marketing campaign.
Pull it off, big guy.
All right, make
we
it
can
happen.
do it.
I want to throw this out there. Does anyone receive a gift after you were sacked?
After you've been sacked?
Yeah, because we hear about bonuses at companies. But, like sometimes it's like, I'm sorry, we just can't go with you at the moment and we need to lay a few people off. But on your way out, here's a gift.
No.
If anyone's received one, 13, 24, 10.
Why would a company bother?
Well, Peloton have. We know Peloton. It's been a bit of a roller coaster ride for Peloton. They got Mr. Big involved. It was in Sex in the City.
Well, they didn't, did they?
Well,
they didn't have a say in that, did they?
Well,
Screenwriters for Sex in the City
I think they teed it up.
wrote in that, that someone died on a Peloton?
Well, he had a heart attack, but all through the series he had heart problems, but they didn't expect the backlash to be that people would go, oh, the bike causes heart attack.
If you ran Peloton and someone came to you and said, we're going to have somebody die on one of your exercise machines, what would you do?
He then did all the ads for Peloton.
And it went back up.
To try and fix it.
Yeah.
As a make good.
So the share price went down 16% when he died in Sex in the City. Then he got the ads, and then it went through the roof. Now it's dropped back down to the point where they're struggling massively, and their CEO and co-founder, Chair John Foley, he has had to come out and he says just had to sack a few people.
They're in trouble.
And not just a few people, 2,800.
It feels ridiculous. Like if the TV show is responsible for sinking an exercise
Well, you're right, Says. If the product and the product is good though, it's expensive, but it's good. So if you want to be in a bike class or something, or you want to be on another machine, you can actually tune in and watch somebody live, and you're there in a group.
Right.
So that's Peloton.
Thing is, though, 2,800 people. I think it was on one Zoom call as well. We did a bloke recently who did that all in one Zoom call.
He did 900.
And said, guys, unfortunately we've got to do this. I am so sorry. But here's a complimentary 12-month Peloton monthly membership that you can take with you.
So it's not the bike, it's just a membership to access the classes on the bike.
Every cloud.
Awesome.
So when you've lost the job that you always wanted, you can go and hop on the machine that reminds you of where you loved working.
Yeah.
And just for 12 months. And do you reckon you'd renew it after that 12 months?
You're just on the... You mongrels. Bloody, I'm going to ride harder
I've
now.
got a family, I've got a wife and kids.
A bigger hill. That is... I've never heard of getting a gift when once you've got the sack. And I know if you've got long service leave and that's what you're entitled to. But like a little bonus.
Yep.
So sorry to do this.
They should do
but
that
here's here's a deck chair.
On the way out the door, I don't know, something new, like an Anthony Kalia CD or something.
Mel's given us a call from St Ives. What gift did you get when you were sacked, Mel?
Hey guys, how are you?
Yeah, good luck.
Strong, Mel.
Oh, so I was working at a local fast food place. I'm not going to mention the name.
Yep.
But the manager came down and he was like, guys, grab whatever you want, grab a meal.
Oh. Dropped out there, Mel.
Oh, there she is.
Grab a what? Oh, Mel's got kids and someone's hit the mute button. Oh, it's just... I understand how that happened. All right.
Mel's under siege.
All right, let's go to
come
Chris.
back there. We'll come back to Mel. Chris in Blacktown, what gift did your mother get?
So she was given shares when she was laid off after working for Woolworths for 20 plus years. And her job was replaced by a program on a computer, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. But how did those shares... I've always wondered about this, Chris. Did she hold on to them? Like, what are they worth now?
Oh, I'm not sure how much they're worth now, but they are worth a lot more than what she received them for. So she ended up selling them and then putting them on a mortgage to the house that they bought about 8 years ago, which really paid off.
That's not bad.
That's all right. On the way out the door, especially if your job is being replaced by a machine. Like, you'd feel bad, wouldn't you? Cutting the workforce for technology.
Mel's back. So, Mel, you were...
Oh, hi, guys. Well, when I got sacked, they also cost my kids some food, so he wasn't happy.
Right,
But,
I get it.
what happened was we were told to come and buy them, like the second in charge, to come and grab a meal from, pick whatever you want. We're at a local, I'm not going to mention the name, but like a local fast food place that we all know.
Yep.
So we all grabbed a meal and went up to the manager's office and we were all sat down, thinking it was maybe like a team meeting. we were then all let go, he said, you know, we don't need you to return, but guys, we're going to let you have the meal on the house.
Oh.
So I was just really thankful that I took 2 burgers that day. That was just devastating. But yeah, like we were given a $9.95 meal.
Oh,
we weren't even upgraded, really.
You know what?
And how's you eating it as he's telling you you're out?
As the pickle falls out of your mouth.
Well, the thing was, it was like not even like let's all sit here and have the meal. It was like get your burger and get out.
Oh
Mate,
man!
at least you got something on the way out the door.
Did you get a gift when you got the sack? I've never heard this before, but Peloton employees, 2,800 of them. Let's just say this, that the old chain came off the bike for them, and they were told that they weren't needed anymore, but were given a complimentary 12-month Peloton monthly membership. Just to say thank you for all the work that you've done for the company.
For the next year, we want to remind you of where you worked.
Yep.
Here you go.
The next
Get yourself
workout
fit.
you do, just remember that you were once
One
An
of us.
employee.
One of us.
integral employee.
So you can watch someone that's still employed in the company on a screen. Good luck.
Mark in Annangrove, did you get a gift when you were sacked?
Yeah, well, I didn't get one on the day of, but a few weeks later in the mail, I ended up getting a speeding fine from a company vehicle that I was driving at the time.
Are you kidding me?
They told me that I had to pay it, so
Mark,
it was pretty good.
Would they have normally paid that in a situation if you were employed there?
Yeah, normally, like, you get at least, like, kind of one a year sort of thing that they kind of take.
Do you know, I would have said, Mark, there's no way I'm paying. Not
yeah,
my
I
car.
hope you didn't. Did you pay it?
Yeah, I did. Like, it wasn't too bad. It was only like 1 point and $200 and something.
Mongrels.
How unfair, Mark, for all your time and commitment. Thanks, buddy.
Elle in Strathfield, what gift were you given when you were let go?
Hey, I was given a blush, like, makeup compact. After I was let go, I was actually only, like, halfway through a pregnancy. They took me up to the office and they said, Elle, we've got to let you go. We're actually downsizing, but here's a little gift from us. And it ended up being a little makeup blush.
Was it a makeup business you worked with, or were they suggesting you could have done with some makeup?
Yeah. Good question. It was an online company where we sold, like, skincare products. But I thought, here I am, pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm already pretty sweaty and blushed. Do I really need that extra blush?
What a kick in the pants.
No.
What a kick in the pants.
Never went back to Roden Fields after that. Kelly in Kellyville. Hi, Kel.
Hi.
What gift did your husband get when he was sacked?
He got a trip overseas to Estonia, but there was a catch. He was going to train his replacements.
Oh. So it's certainly not a holiday. You had to hang out with someone that was taking over your job.
Definitely, yeah. There was a group of them that all got told they were fired, but yeah, they went over there. So I think he got a few nights out, but no, not good replacements.
Oh, you know
Dinner's
what?
on the credit card.
Drain that credit
I
card.
tell you, yeah. And
Smash it.
And I'm not training anyone new. I'm hungover all day and
Haven't got
partying all
time.
night.
See you later.
I wanna rock and roll and party
On the
every-
credit card. I mean, that song hasn't professionally been written or sung, but
it's an idea.
Starter.
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.